Hi, I'm Jonathan Block. In this video, I'm going to be doing some ambient-based soundscaping using a whole bunch of apps on the iPad. The signal chain is a Gibson SG standard bass. The output from the bass goes into a Universal Audio Volt 276 interface that communicates back and forth with the iPad Pro. I've got a setup here in AUM. I'm using 4 different slots. The first 2 slots are essentially the same. All the effects and all the settings are the same. Because slot A will go to bus A, or slot 1 will go to bus A. And in bus A, I've got a whole bunch of soundscaping apps. But just be using Tap Delay today. Let me open that up. We're going to use about a 5-second delay. Let me get that down there. Okay, I'm not going to be using this in the same way that I typically do sound-on-sound looping. Instead, I just want to create kind of like a pad, a dense sound behind other soundscaping, and then I can also do some soloing over that. Bus B, which the slot number 2 goes into, just goes to the output. It goes to Spatializer. Bass is a mono instrument. Though the effects are in stereo, I just want to give a little more 3D feel to the sound. So let me go through all the different effects that I'll be using. I'll just go into slot 1. First, we've got Rough Rider 3 from Audio Damage. I'm using this as a compressor, which is exactly what it is. All right. Then we've got FAC Chorus, and the compression will be on all the time. FAC Chorus. This patch is mimicking the R79 capacitor modification that you do on kind of the bog standard block MXR Phase 90 to give it the Phase 90 script sound. All right, and then we've got Bubbles from AudioThing, kind of a combination delay granulizer type app. Don't really use many granulizer apps, so I'm actually using a few today. And then we've got Bleass Granulizer. I'm using this as kind of a reverse sound. All right. And let's keep moving on. We've got K7D tape delay from Imaginando. I love this app. I have a bass setting for this, and I'll have a link below. I did a video recently where it's just the K7D and the bass. Very nice. Then we've got Other Desert Cities from Audio Damage. Another granulizer kind of setup here. Tails on all these apps are very cool. Then we've got Crystals from Eventide. I am not using this in the typical Crystals way, which is that kind of tinkly, organy, belly, high-end sound. Instead, I've kind of inverted it, so it's going low instead of high. Get some nice dark ambience with that patch. And finally, we've got Eventide's Blackhole. As you heard, with most of these apps, we're already getting a pretty good reverby sound, so I don't need to add more. If I do, it's going to be this. And if you can tell here, the mix is really low. So the bass sound comes through, but then you do get that big, huge reverb. It's just kind of low and in the background. And we're going to use a lot of these apps in conjunction, so let me just put a few of these together. Well, why not? So I'll be using different combinations to make the soundscape that's going to go in the background. Let me demonstrate that next, and also what we're going to be doing over it. All right. Let me, I'm just going to turn it on. I'll start picking it up. Again, I'm more looking just for an overall denseness, which is why I'm just randomly adding things. So with that, then I'll try to do something that's just to give a little sense of more movement. And then once that's going, I can just disengage slot 1, so now we're not going to add anything else to that soundscape. And then I can just do stuff over it. Let me just pick do some soundscaping stuff. We'll do most everything. And I can also do kind of a more traditional, let's just keep K7D for delay and the FAC Phazer going. You hear that loop fading in the background. So that's the setup. I'm just going to kind of wing it. I don't really have a structure in mind. Let me reset everything and I'll do the jam. I'll have that fade in the background while I wrap up here. So as you can tell, you can keep something like this going for a very long time, going back and forth between adding elements to the loop, having it fade out, or just adding a couple combinations or a few of the different apps and get this nice big soundscape. And then do some either more soundscaping over that or some more traditional soloing like I did at the end with the phaser and the delay. And you can control the ways that the loop works. So in this instance, I had about 5 seconds. I was not interested in the definition of notes. I wanted to make these kind of big pad washes that would play in the background and then do things over it. Well, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and good luck with your own music.